DreAllDay.com.
And today I want to talk to you about one step at a time. I just finished reading this book by this man named Earl Nightingale. If you never heard of Earl Nightingale, you need to look him up. But if you ever heard of Tony Robbins or Jim Rohn or Les Brown or E.T., all of them source the things that they talk about from things that this guy Earl Nightingale talked about, myself as well. And in this book, one of the things he talks about is having a successful life. In order for people to have a successful life, a lot of times, especially those of you who are high achievers, you're very ambitious and you have big goals. You probably have a really huge goal that's so outsides from where you are right now, based on what you're doing right now compared to that goal. It's such a huge gap. Sometimes we get kind of overwhelmed. We're like, how am I ever going to get good enough or do enough or achieve enough or make enough money or deal with enough people to reach that goal, because it's so big. And one of the things Earl talks about in this book is a very simple concept. Since we can't live 20 years, we can't live 20 years in one day. Just like in basketball, they say if your team's down 10, you can't make a 10-point shot. There's no such thing as a 10-point shot. It's ones, twos, and threes. What you can do if you have a big goal is this. You have to attack it by doing one thing at a time. You just break everything down. So let's say you got a goal that you want to reach in 20 years. If you're 15 now, you want to reach it by the time you're 35. You can't live all 20 years at once. You can't even live a whole year at once, not even a whole month or a week. All you can do is one day at a time. And in the course of a day, what takes place in a day? In a day, you have conversations. In a day, you have tasks that you do. In a day, you have people that you deal with. In a day, you have certain phone calls you might have to answer, or email you might have to respond to. Every single day, you got these small little things that's happening every single minute. So what Earl Nightingale says in the book is that if all you do is just approach each task and say, let me be successful at this task. Let me do this task as good as I can. Let me take care of this phone call as good as I can. Let me deal with this person at the highest level I possibly can. If you just do that with every single little thing you do over the course of a day, I mean, starting like right now, we don't got to worry about next week or next year or none of that. Just right now, do the best you can with the task you're handling right now, and do that over and over and over and over again. At the end of the day, you had a successful day. And at the end of all those days, you have a successful week, successful month, successful year, and then successful life. Of course, you're doing the tasks that you're doing are, of course, the things that are going to get you closer to your goal. So if you can just do one thing at a time, one small thing at a time, you can reach a great month, a great year, a great sales career, whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish. So let me recap who I am again, and I'm going to take questions. My name is Dre Baldwin, for those who came in late. I'm also known as DreAllDay. I'm on Snapchat at my name, Dre Baldwin. This is the real QR code, because I know you're wondering. My background, professional athlete, played ball overseas 9 years now, basketball that is. Now I'm a professional speaker. I've done 3 TED Talks, written 7 books, published 5,000 vids on YouTube, 4,000 blog posts. I got a podcast called Work on Your Game. I got a show on the Grant Cardone TV network called Work on Your Game. That's what this stands for right here, Work on Your Game. So let me take questions. If anyone got a question, I know people got questions, so let me just take questions. What's going on, Nicaragua? Steve, shout out to Nicaragua. If y'all not following my Snapchat, I just got these new Jordans in the mail. Y'all gotta check out my Snapchat. Y'all see the pictures. And my friend Victoria from Norway sent me some Lithuania gear, because that was the first place I played ball professionally, was in Lithuania. She sent me some gear that's hot. Check my Snapchat and you'll see it. If anybody got a question, I'll take it. Vegas trip, if you follow my Snapchat, you've seen it. I was in Vegas this past week speaking at an event called the Freedom Fest, but if you follow my Snapchat, you saw that. If you wasn't following my Snap then, unfortunately you missed it, but you'll catch it next time. Favorite thing about Florida, the weather. Least favorite thing, nothing. I love all of it. The weather is the best thing. It's warm, it's sunny almost all the time. I mean, of course it rains just like it rains anywhere else, but the weather is great. What I think about Durant going to Golden State, I got a video on that. Go to YouTube and just type in my name and type in Kevin Durant, you'll see the video. So if anybody got a question, if there are any questions, I'll take them. Post them now. Going once, going twice. What's up, Lamecca? Grace? I think Lamecca's having trouble connecting. I seen you come in like 3 times. If anybody got a question, if I don't take your question here, you still got a question, a pertinent question, hit me on Snapchat. I've been in China for 12 days. That's what's up. They got social media locked down. Yeah, in China is I think there's no Google stuff. There's no Facebook. I don't think they got Twitter either, but they got their own platforms. What's the tennis scene in Miami? Man, you asking the wrong person. I have no idea what the tennis scene is. But I do know there are a lot of tennis courts. So there's probably a healthy tennis scene just because there's so many tennis courts, which means there's probably a high demand for tennis, which means you got to have some good players. You got so many of them. Is there a George Zimmerman statue? Not that I know of. If it is, I didn't see it. But China, man, I've never even been to China. But China got so many people, they don't really have to do what us in the Western world is doing. Don't even matter. Dre, is the program 297? Why are you asking me that? Where'd you get that number from? That's what I'm interested to know. What's your opinion on Miami being the worst city to live in? That's not my opinion, so I have no opinion on that. Whoever said that, you had to ask that person how they came to that conclusion. That's not my conclusion, though. I love Miami. Beautiful city. If you're not following me on Periscope, swipe to the right and follow me, or follow me when this scope is over. If you're not following me on Snapchat, follow me on Snapchat at Dre Baldwin. I'm gonna show you the name, Dre Baldwin. First name DRE, last name Baldwin. You know how to spell it. That's where you can follow me. My website is called DreAllDay.com. DreAllDay.com. You can find out everything about me there. You can watch my TED Talks there. You can find links to all my other social media is there. What else is it? Everything about me is there at DreAllDay.com. Are there any new courses coming? There's always new courses. Always new stuff coming. As long as I'm alive, there'll be new stuff coming. How can I use my anger to my advantage on a basketball court? Well, you can take the Bulletproof Mindset course. You can also look up on YouTube my mental game playlist. I got about, as far as mental game and motivation, if you combine the two topics, I got about 600 videos on YouTube covering those topics. Literally 600. That's not an exaggeration. All right, everybody, hit me on Snapchat at Dre Baldwin. Y'all have a great Monday. Have I ever been to any country in Africa? I've never been to the continent of Africa at all. Everybody have a great Monday. Hit me on Snap at Dre Baldwin. Work on your game. If you're on Snapchat, hit me on the Snap. My Snap name is at Dre Baldwin. You already know how that works. And I got a podcast, if you didn't know. It is called Work on Your Game. It is an everyday podcast where I talk about getting yourself into the right mindset, that bulletproof mindset. Getting yourself seen, heard, known, getting the exposure you want, and making things happen in your life instead of waiting for things to happen to or for you. Subscribe to that podcast when you're on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. Make sure you check it every single day. Make sure you're subscribed so you catch the heat. Work on your game.
Dre Ball, Dre Ball, Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball, Dre Ball, Dre Ball. I feel like Dre Ball, Dre Ball. I'm ballin'. I feel like Dre